I think in the current NBA that we are seeing right now, I think MJ has the ability to compete in the current NBA, right? I think he's still relevant. I think he's just as good as what LeBron is doing right. I think MJ is still in GOAT talks. I'm honestly we see MJ being underappreciated every day now. I think, and I'm honestly, I see people talk on his name, right? Like I'm seeing Steph Curry's better than MJ talks. No, he isn't. Can he be in GOAT talks? No, MJ can't be in GOAT talks. I think GOAT talks is strictly between MJ and LeBron. I don't think it can be anything other than that. I think they both are the two capable players for that position in the record books and just ability. You know, and LeBron is still, if we're being honest, LeBron is the GOAT, right? He's in the record books. He's done everything. He's just a talented player. He's won. I don't like to also to hear the championship talk that hey he has MJ got six more championships. No, he had what? Not six more. He has six compared to LeBron's four. That doesn't matter anymore. The the NBA back then, when it comes to like championships and winning stuff, it's easier for a team to go back to back to back and then back to back to back, like the Bulls did back then. As long as you had a really good team. The NBA now is so competitive that it's just super hard to be able to compete years and years and years back to back like that because of one money signing. People want a bigger role. People were more content back. Players were more content back then, being a bench player on off the bench for a team in the '90s or the '80s. People were more content, and so. But I do believe MJ competes with the current NBA now. MJ retired in his 2002 2003 NBA season. Um, And when he did that, he scored, he averaged 20 points per game, right? And so he averaged 20 points per game. He had like seven rebounds and then 4 or 5 assists per game. LeBron James, in his age of, at the age of 41, in his 20th, 21st season in the NBA is averaging 22 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, or 4 assists. It's basically the same exact thing. This was, and then we're talking about 2002, 2003. This is an NBA where Tim Duncan just won the MVP. We got Kobe and Shaq. We got pure talent on the court. This is prime Sacramento Kings team. This is Jason Williams. This is Chris Webber. This is a team that ended up getting cheated out of the NBA Finals by the refs for calling fouls that weren't fouls. Players on the Kings were taking shots from, I think, if I remember, it was Doug Christie or Jason Williams that took a shot right to the nose by an elbow. I think like Shaq or Kobe. Um, and the refs didn't do anything about it. They didn't care. It's like, okay, well, Duke, you really don't care about these players. We can see what you're doing. This is an effort to get uh, LeBron and Shaq a championship, which they did. Cool. Um, I get what we all, after a while, figure out what they're doing. Even one of the refs that were on the court at that time, who ended up actually being suspended by the NBA for gambling and other stuff before, admitted to, hey, no, the refs, those refs were gambling on that game. That shouldn't have happened. Um, and the NBA knew about it. And yeah, it was to get Shaq and Kobe that ring, right? And so they that's the whole idea of what they were doing. But Jordan Jordan played in a tough NBA. at age 41 it was averaging 20. So for me, it's hard for me to believe that a 30-year-old prime Michael Jordan from the early 90s can't compete with this year's current NBA. And when he was 40 and averaging 20 with the freaking Wizards, that's hard for me to believe that he can't. And I honestly believe he can't. I mean, yes, he doesn't shoot. He doesn't shoot like Curry or every other guard now. Everybody shoots threes, right? But it's hard for me to believe that, you know, he's not on that level. You don't need to shoot threes all the time, okay? That's not really what matters. Plus, MJ was a great defensive player, so he gets steals and, you know, blocks all the time too. And he was explosive, he could dunk. If you gave MJ a 3-point shot, he is averaging 30 to 40 points per game. I'm telling you. I honestly believe, swear on everything, MJ is as great as LeBron James is in this current NBA. And I wouldn't be surprised to see MJ being the pure GOAT if he was doing that in this current NBA. And I think that's the whole idea of the GOAT debate that I see people talk about, other than the chips, which really don't mean anything. I mean, they mean something, but they don't mean something when you're talking about individual players. Paul George and freaking other players go, like James Harden are really good, but you don't look at 3-point shots, or you don't look at reigns to define them, right? Just like you shouldn't define LeBron for having less rings than MJ, or MJ having more rings than LeBron. No, still, but that's the whole point. We keep comparing players, these players in the GOAT debate. Oh, well, you can't really, it doesn't matter because they both played in different generations. Or LeBron's playing in a different, higher scoring, way better generation. Or old heads constantly talking about, well, no, the generation MJ played in was tougher and rougher and more skilled. I think they're definitely more skilled now, but I guess, yeah, I could say, hey, they were tougher then. I mean, not really the word tough. They were just more reckless and freaking Malice at the Palace. You see stuff like that. Of course, they're gonna be tough. No. So just looking at stats, MJ is comparable. I mean, he's playing Tim Duncan. Like, come on. MJ is a great player. Is still in the GOAT debates, even if he played in this generation. If he played in this generation, I think he'd even be closer to LeBron than what LeBron is now, than what they are now. I think if they played in this generation, it'd be proven that MJ is for sure one of the GOATs. I don't want to hear anybody talking about, well, no, Curry is the GOAT behind LeBron. I don't want to hear freaking anybody else is closer, specifically Curry. I don't like hearing the Curry and LeBron are on some same level, or the three pointer change game. No, I can call Reggie Miller to go. It doesn't matter. It makes no sense. Um, and so yeah, that's what I want. So the okay. So to go to the NBA are LeBron, MJ, and then you got Bobo. Bobo is obviously one of the greatest players of the game if he played like Wemby. If he played like Wemby, we'd be calling Bobo the greatest player of all time. Shoot, minute ball, okay? Come on, like think about it. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today. I want to, love LeBron, greatest player of all time, but I still don't want to see MJ slander out there, okay? Although we did see a video of him at that NASCAR Daytona 500 race the other day, and that was some video. But yeah, so I'm gonna say, yeah, LeBron is a GOAT, but you can't slander MJ because he's a very, 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 very close second. And don't let the different generations make you think otherwise. All right. Thank you.